Hi you guys, happy Saturday! We are in LA today at Dodger Stadium to attend DodgerFest. We did attend DodgerFest last year and you can check out this video right here, but we're hoping that this new experience is going to be a little bit more positive, so we were very hopeful. But yeah, we're just walking towards the stadium to get in line and we'll see how it goes. So don't forget to like and subscribe and let's get started. Trying to figure out where to get in because we do have a VIP experience and there's supposed to be a special entrance for it, so hopefully it's over here somewhere. Alright, we found it and this is already a lot better than before. Last year the line was weird and you can't really tell where to go, but that was because the stadium was under renovation, but now a lot of the things are happening in the stadium, which again hopefully is a good thing. Here's the map right here. My husband has a smaller one, so we'll take a look at that. But we're going to the trophy photo, which is over there. Here's Sandy Koufax statue and Jackie Robinson statue over there. Yeah. We're in line for Airbrushed tattoos right now. Let's see what they got. This one is mine! Cute! We are currently in line to do the World Series trophy. I'll show you a peek of it once we get closer, but the tattoo took about 30 minutes because one of the tattoo artists took a break. But I mean, this is a lot more than we've done before. Last time when we were here, still around this time, we were still in line and haven't even gone in yet. There it is! Alright, we finished our photo and I just asked my husband about it. We did have to pay for each person and it was $75 per person. And then over here are where they do the player selfies and the autographs. Unfortunately, by the time we got to the website, there was none that was available, but apparently Haesong is over there. I cannot zoom in that far, oh well. Alright, this is the portion where they have the mystery bags and it's all of those people over there. I don't know if you saw that. They also have caricatures and they also have the tattoo artists over here, more batting cages over here, and this is the entrance to the yard sale, which is very long. All of these people over there are for the yard sale, and then over here would be the mystery bag where you can get like signed items, but it's a mystery. We are currently in line to meet the mascot of the Tower Buzzers. They are a new up-and-coming team. We're not sure what like level of league they are, but they are new and they are based off of Ontario. My husband says they're called the Tower Buzzers because of the airport. Hi there! How's it going? Oh yeah, you're ready! Love it! Can I take a photo with you? Oh yes! There's the jersey! Cute! And they are a Class A affiliate. Looks like some of the food places are also open, but we're just kind of walking around. Just want to show you guys the stadium in case you haven't been here before, but it is rather loud. Here's a look at some of their food places. The Flaming Hot Corner is the one with the hot Cheetos and latte, super yummy. The LA Grill has some more like hot dogs and stuff like that, but right next to it is the Jindako, which has the takoyakis in it. One of the other pluses for it being back in the stadium is that there's shade. It's really hot outside in the sun, but we at least can cool down a little bit in the shade. So we're just walking around, maybe get some food, maybe just browse until we have our next activity. End up getting some snacks, but I just wanted to show you guys this store. This is the DH, which is designated hitter, which has a lot of Asian-inspired food, really because of our new Asian players like Shohei. Right now we're waiting for the elevator to go to our next activity, which is the Chalk Talk with Freddie Freeman and Miguel Rojas. But we have our food so that if the line is long, then we can eat while we're waiting. We found it. It's over there. But we still got 30 minutes before they let us in, so we're just gonna eat our Dodger dogs. Alright, we're waiting for the Chalk Talk to start. I don't actually know if I can videotape. So we'll see. We might have footage or might not have footage.
What play do we need to remember more?
I think it's been talked about a lot. I think in the Philly series, the wheel play we pulled off. That was just kind of talked about right on the wind, and we pulled it off to perfection. Because that's not usually the situation we can do a wheel play in. But we needed to get that out. We just needed to get that momentum back and to stop our run. And I think, obviously, every play that you can quantify so many different ways, but I think that one in that series was what we needed to get us done.
It wasn't just a play, but a real-time performance in that 18-inning game. Kind of like gave us the opportunity to get ahead in the series. Was really important for us, make us believe that we could close the World Series at home. We couldn't do it, but at the end of the day, it's about the couple innings that he threw for us in that game. We will never forget what those guys in the bullpen did for us that game. And I know no bullpen guy threw one single pitch in the last game of the World Series, but that's the reason why we got all the starters ready to throw in that game. And I feel like Will Klein will be forever remembered.
The question is for Freddie. This man next to you, what he has meant as a teammate and a leader in this clubhouse and on this team, and the fact that we're going to have to say goodbye to him as a player this year.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing to get tough to see for Miguel is when you have the Boy Kid award at the end of the season and it's voted on by us in the clubhouse. He's won it for 2 straight years. He sets an example. He's not playing every day, but he lifts everybody up, and he is, you saw it. He was ready to go. He didn't play at all in the NLCS. He played the first 5 games of the World Series and then comes up with the biggest home run in our history. He needs to be a team. He is what a team is. You can't win this with one person. When you have 26 guys that pull together and he's ahead of it, we have our little tradition of we win series and it's because of him. He's just changed so much in our clubhouse, our culture. It's fun to come to the yard every day. Miguel is the epitome of all that.
That's right. Yes, right.
Relative to Freddie Freeman I remember talking to him before a game, and he's like, well, I'm going 0 for 5 today. I think he went 3 for 3 with a home run, but so when you grind it through those tough stretches where you feel like you don't have your swing, or maybe where the ball looks like a pebble, making sure that the game honors you.
Yes, so we all go through a course of 7-8 months where we're not feeling good at all at the plate. It just happens. 1 week prior, we could go, 10 for 15 and feel like the ball's a beach ball coming in. The next week, it feels like you can't even see anything coming. It's just crazy how this game works. But like Miguel was saying, it's the knee drills every single day. When you do your routine, your work, and you come in and do everything you're supposed to do day in and day out, it will honor you because you are putting in your work, you are grinding every single day. Miguel, we're honoring, it'll be July 18th and we're in Washington, D.C. It's 105 degrees out and just to make sure we're ready for that moment. And just like that, for all his work, not just in his last couple years with us, but his whole career, him coming up and doing everything he can do. Just keep doing your work, grinding each and every day. The game will honor you.
I would like to add something to that because there's a lot of kids out here, and you guys gotta understand that not everybody's gonna be Freddie Freeman that is gonna be inducted to the Hall of Fame as soon as he hangs his cleats. There's more spots in baseball that they have to get filled out. Like not everybody was born to be that great. Shohei, Ohtani, Mookie Betts, and we have that opportunity to play with a few guys that I feel they're gonna finish their career in the Hall of Fame. There's gonna be a lot of Miguel Rojas, Kike Hernandez, Andy Baez, and guys who are gonna fill up the roster with a lot of talent as well, but we need to know ourselves, and we need to know that we're valuable too. So for everybody who's like maybe not the best player on their team, there's a responsibility for you every single day, and I think that's why this organization, especially this team that we have the last couple of years, because the game honors Freddie too in 2024 when he have to go through family problems, he have to leave the field, and I know this guy right here, he would rather be playing baseball, not feeling great and not seeing the ball, but he wants to get all those 5 at-bats every single day because it's important for him to continue to show up for his teammates and for the city and for his family. So I feel like 2025 was for me, 2024, the game honors him because the way that he played the game and the way that he prepared, but it's a message for everybody else. So you never know when the game is gonna honor you. It happens to me after 20 professional years, and it happens to Freddie every single year.
We love
It's just a message for especially the little kids in the parents. Like continue to support because you never know when that time is gonna come.
Hi guys, my name is Jeremy. My question. There's been so much talk about the World Series and all the amazing moments that happened there and all the playoff run up to that, but obviously it's a very long season that has its ups and downs. Are there any special moments or memories that you guys have from the regular season of 25 that really kind of stand out to you, either for their implications for the playoffs or just personally, or any memorable things that stand out to you guys?
I'll start saying something negative here, that I feel like we have to go through a lot of up and downs. And what I remember about the 25 season was a lot of doubts on us when the things weren't going well in the middle of July, start of August, when our team was struggling really bad and we couldn't win games against teams that we're supposed to beat. And I remember that those times kind of got us together as a team, as a family, and we found a way to get out of it. And I think that's the reason why I'm so proud, because I remember we were in second place in August at some point. I don't remember exactly if it was August or July, but we was in second place for a day or two, and it was a lot of doubt, and we never pay attention to that. We kind of like look inside and like stick together with the guys that we had, knowing that we were going to be 100% at some point. And I think that's what made the 2025 season, especially the regular season, special, because we got a chip on our shoulder, even though we have the best team in the world. But we played together as a team and as a family, and we found a way to win the division and go on and win another World Series.
That's right. That was so cool. And then he got to ask the question. That was cool to see them up close. I'm just like, wave your hand, wave your hand. That's still the yard sale line over there. Not as bad, but still pretty long.
They're probably out of stuff.
Probably. We got my usual Cantarito's drink and disco sleeve right here. I don't know if you can hear anything I'm saying, but we are gonna watch the show that they have right there. We sat kind of far, but it's really hot over there in the front, and we're barely in the shade, so we'll see how it goes.
したらどこが勝者でどこが敗者ですか？なんですかね、まあ、人より掲げる位置が高いので感情的には楽しいかなと思うので、それは長所ですし、彼女はちょっと分からず妻に聞いてみないと。
I can lift her up pretty high, and she seems to enjoy that, so that's my strength. And I think in terms of weakness, you gotta ask my wife.
You have a long list. Roki Sasaki. What was this last year like for you?
そうでした。
まあ、シーズン思うようにいかなかったところも多かったですけど、最後ポストシーズン、少しでもチームに力になれて、はい、今シーズンまたその経験生かして頑張りたいなと思ってます。
It didn't quite have the regular season that I wished I had. Obviously, did much better during the postseason. So just taking the experiences that I had, two parts of the season, and then being able to have a better foundation for it this year.
More nerve-wracking, your debut, or trying to close a postseason game?
デビュー戦かポストシーズン最後出てきた時、緊張はどちらの方が
余裕でデビュー戦です。
easily the debut.
Wow! You were that much more comfortable in October than you were in your debut.
ポストシーズンそんなに気にしなかったの？
緊張もありましたけど、なんかこう勝負の楽しさっていうか、そっちの方が
A little nervousness, but the feeling of being able to compete was definitely more than the nervousness.
That experience you had last year, that roller coaster that you were on, what do you want for yourself in year two?
まずはローテーションに入って、シーズンを生きることが、個人的な目標なので、怪我なく1年間、マウンドに立ち続けることができたらなと思ってます。
And my goal is to be in the rotation the entire year and be able to contribute without getting hurt.
Love it. Well, the key is, Joe, for them to accomplish these goals is that they can't melt on the stage at DodgerFest. Yeah, we got to get them off. We got to get them off. So Dodger Stadium, give it up for Shohei Ohtani and Roki Sasaki.
have the chance to win World Series. That's what we play for. That's what we grind every day throughout the whole season. And when you get in those situations, something just happens, and I'm not going to try and figure it out. I'm just going to let it keep going. But I love that situation, to be that close to the World Series, and to do everything you can to help win the World Series. That means everything. So let's just kind of go for it. Yeah, go for a 3-peat, huh?
So much happened in Game 7 that it's almost like when people think about the World Series, they just think about that few-inning sprint there. But so much happened leading up to that sprint and leading up to Game 7. Let's go back to Game 3. What was that like playing an 18-inning game?
Yeah, it's a lot. Motions are going like this throughout the whole course. There's so many different plays that was just kind of like, you take a step back and like, wow, that happened. Like, Tommy had been throwing to get out at third base, and it could have just changed the game like that. So many missed home runs earlier in the 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th innings. Will Klein, 4 innings. What our bullpen did, our pitching staff did, it's incredible. And then seeing Yamamoto warming up after pitching, it's just like, that was crazy. But it's more Will Smith caught 18 innings as well. He caught every pitch, every inning.
so many people, we could sit up here all and go over every single guy throughout the course of the playoffs that did something to help us win a championship last year. It was a true team effort last year, and it was awesome to be a part of.
Will Smith, Mookie Betts,
Life goes on, honey, I'm my baby. Woke up looking for the property. Keep a horn on my seat. Ownership, the blueprint is by me. Mr. Get off, I get off in my seat. Couldn't try me in the trash can. But I give it straight.
this is a pretty good trifecta here, Joe. Not bad. I mean, all of them play huge roles in these back-to-back titles, but especially that Game 7. Final out, ground ball to Betts. That comeback does not happen without this man providing a spark, Max Muncy. And the game isn't won without Will. So we're got all three of you here together. Thanks for being here. Tell the people how you're feeling, getting ready to run it back once more.
I'm ready to get going again.
For a sweet month. You keep it short and sweet.
Yeah, I mean, we're ready to go. It's we ended like last week, but we're ready to just keep going.
Yeah, man, like you said, we're ready to go. You know it's gonna be hard, but it'll be fun.
How do those legs do it? I mean, a whole season and then a World Series like that of squatting down and everything else you're doing throughout the day. How long does it take before those legs just stop barking at you?
It took probably a good month, honestly. I swear, a month. Probably not until December 1st or so, I was like, walking from the car to the grocery store with my daughter. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm worn out. It was terrible.
Steven, you talked about the big moments these guys had offensively and then Mookie's defensive play to end the game. And right in the middle of all of that, the bottom of the ninth inning, as stressful as it could be to watch, what was that like for you guys being up close there with the bases loaded? I guess you were right in the middle of the play that I'm thinking about. Did your heels stay down? But from your guys' perspective, did the nerves of that hit you? Or are you just so laser focused in the moment, the weight of it doesn't?
I think we all try to not think about it. When you're in that moment, you got to just play. You can't be thinking about anything except, what are you going to do if the ball hits you? Doing normal baseball stuff. None of us were trying to think about what happened if we didn't make the play. I know for me, when I saw the ball get hit to Miggy Rowe, I went, it's the right guy, because I know he's making this play.
That's a fact. I was nervous.
He's truthful, I'm not.
I've never been in that moment, so playing shortstop in the 9th inning of the World Series, that's stuff you think about in the backyard, but doing that in that moment, I was nervous, but like Muncy said, it wasn't like if we were gonna do it. It was when this ball is hit, I'm gonna make the play.
Speaking of that play, we got another play. Blake Snell, Tyler Glasnow.
It ain't really home. This is Alabama nigga. Welcome home. This is not his home. This is a revelation. How to get it gone.
Start game 7, I don't know how real me pitching was. And as the inning went on, I kind of felt it a little bit more. Garner was like, you should get moving around a little bit. I got up, got going. The Blue Jays friends, we yelled all sorts of stuff. Cut your hair, you look at the girl, just getting crazy. So it really was fun. And I threw my last heater, they put me in the game, and I just had a big smile on my face. I was so excited. I ran out. I went out there and threw the 3 pitches, had unbelievable defense, and game 7, we won. It was great.
Yeah, 3 pitches, 3 outs, Glass. 3 pitches on 3 outs. Or like 3 outs on 3 pitches. Said that wrong, but you got what I was going for. You look
What's
fit.
going on, guys?
You look fit, Doc.
Yeah, you know what? I lost 12 pounds. I'm sleeping better. I'm cutting back on the wine. Exercise a little bit more. Eating twice a day, so I feel better. Not good enough to play, but I do feel better.
Take any golf, Cal. Take any golf.
That's right, that's right.
And the good thing is you got a few guys that are pretty good at the playing thing, so you can do your thing and they can do theirs.
Absolutely. Wasn't it good to see our players out here today? Yeah, it was great. And you guys got us all excited to get to spring training, and it was a short off season, and we expect another short one this year, but can't wait for baseball season.
Those are good problems to have, but you get used to having to sort of deal with that. The short off seasons and international trips the last couple of Marches. As you reach this stage, now a week away from heading there, what are your emotions?
Recharged, excited. You know, we talk about a three-peat. Just getting guys, trying to think about how to get guys excited and focused for 2026, but I think as myself, the players did a great job of disconnecting, recharging to get ready for this marathon in 26.
Before we look ahead to it, we got to go World Series run. I remember being on the bus with Anthony on a parade day and asking him, like, hey, what makes 25 a little different? It's like the fact that if you go through the roster, up, down, everybody had a moment. And it's not always that way. So for you, what's the unsung moment from that championship season?
Wow, the unsung moment.
I'm going to take you tripping, eating dirt, erasing head song came off the table.
That's the last time I'll do a full sprint again in my life, I promise you that. That's the last time. You know, unsung moment. I think the unsung moment is after games 5, I texted the guys and said, hey, I want you all to have an off day, no workout when we get to Toronto. And most of the guys texted me back and said, no, we want to work out. We've come this far. We don't want an off day. We'll go to the stadium, have a workout, and be ready for game 6. So at that point in time, I couldn't wait to get to Toronto, to get off the plane, to raise Haesam Kim. I was just more excited that our guys wanted to work and finish the job. So I think that that mindset kind of epitomizes our club. But I think that that's something that is an unsung thing. But, you know, Max Muncy's home run that people don't talk about in Game 7 was huge. Yamamoto coming in out of the bullpen in Game 8, the 18-inning game. Back in Game 7 after Game 6. There's just so many unsung moments, but I do think Anthony's right. You know, Clayton coming in out of the pen in a bases-loaded situation to get a ground ball out was a huge spot. So there was a lot of, everyone did have their moments, which makes this year really, really special.
How much are you doing that just off of recall, and how much did you go back and watch the World Series over?
I haven't watched the World Series yet. I was telling the writers earlier, I haven't watched it for fear that the outcome might change. So I know I got a ring coming on opening day, so I don't need to watch it again because it might change. So I'm good.
We're sitting or we're standing? Whatever you want to do. You're the guy that hit the home run. Come on again. Please, be comfy. But after the season ended the way it did, back-to-back World Series, you hitting an iconic home run, was there any part of you that said, gosh, man, maybe I do want to go off into the sunset right now with Kersh as a champion? Did you second-guess that decision at all?
Not at all. I wanted to play another year, and I wanted to come back here regardless of what was the result of that Game 7. I felt like after that happened, yeah, definitely there's something on you that you wanna get out on top. But what is about a professional athlete? They don't wanna get an opportunity to get a tribute and go on the same level of Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, and Steve Kerr that they were able to win 3-peat. I want to do it with Shohei Ohtani, with Freddie Freeman, with Mookie with Kike Hernandez, and all the guys that we have before.
Now, just to be clear for the fans here, this season is your last season, but it's not a goodbye season. Do you want to tell people what your plans are for after 2026?
Yeah, I'm going to start my, I don't know if I should say coaching career because I don't really know what I'm going to do. But I'm going to start working with the organization in the other phase of baseball, which is operations, player development. I'm really happy to learn from the other side of baseball with this organization and getting that opportunity. And for them to put it into my next contract is really amazing, and I'm really proud. I'm going to be learning from the best, which is this organization, and I'm looking forward to help all the levels, not just the big leagues, but the minor leagues as well, and Latin American players coming into it.
Awesome. All right. As Miguel Rojas exits the stage, you guys head for the exits. Joan, I just want to say thank you for being here, and thank you for being the engine that's powering this organization. You hear the leaders over talk about all the time they want to pour back into the team. It's because of you. Joe and I talk about it all the time. It's because of you. You hold the team, you hold Ox's broadcasters to a higher standard, and you make all of this better. So thanks so much for hanging out with us at DodgerFest. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. We'll see you soon.
We are back in the car and back in the air condition. And that was a really fun DodgerFest. I think it definitely was a lot better than last year. I think it helped that it was back in the stadium, but I also think it was fun that we get to do the chalk talk and the trophy photo. We did the trophy photo last year also, but it was cool to have them like back to back. But it was definitely really cool to have, you know, Freddie Freeman and Miggy Rowe like just like right there, right there. Plus my husband got to ask them a question, which was super cool. And I'm like, wave your hand. And I think the stadium show was also pretty cool. It's just really hot and they're very small. And I'm gonna apologize for the weird little like video thing because I wanted to video the screen, but you know, it does that weird like thing with the screen because I'm recording it. But hopefully you also enjoyed a little bit of that inside look. Do you have a favorite part while we are stopped at the stop sign?
Yeah, the chalk talk was a lot of fun. Getting to see Freddie, Miggy Rowe, even getting to see Steven Nelson was fun because we listened to a lot of the games on the radio this season because we don't have coverage since we live close. So his voice is synonymous with a lot of the Dodger games. So that was fun to, you know, have him come up and talk to us. And he was telling the story about how he had food poisoning during the World Series and then calling the 18-inning game, and like that kind of stuff is just really interesting. So I really enjoyed that, and then obviously getting to see the trophies and, you know, see all the players coming out and stuff was really cool.
Yeah, and then we got Dodger Dogs, which is always a treat. We did not do season passes this year, but I'm sure we'll go to enough games as much as we are able to. I would like to go to spring training. That would be fun. But isn't that during school?
It's end of February.
Yeah. So, I don't know. Maybe. Yeah. Maybe. Who knows? But the adventure is not over yet because we are currently driving towards Hollywood to get our favorite Hawaiian shave ice called Ululani. It's so good. So we're gonna do that. But yeah, it's been, I think, a good day. So now knowing that this is how the DodgerFest, you know, is supposed to be, I guess, would you say that we would go again next year?
Yeah, I think so. I think hopefully if we come back in future years, we can get some of the autograph sessions or the signings or the selfie stations, meet and greets and stuff.
Those were just gone very quickly. I think like you have to go in with a plan, and just like sometimes you just get what you get and you don't get upset. But I don't know, like the ones that were left were the pictures, some of the pictures that we didn't really care for. So maybe next year we can get a picture with Haesung Kim or whoever else we can find. Would we do the chalk talk again? I guess it depends on who's doing it, maybe.
Yeah, it depends. Because that one's also very expensive.
Oh yeah, you do have to pay for admission to the event, and then all the extra things we did with the photo and the chalk talk was extra. And then obviously, like if you did autographs and other things, you would pay for that also. The airbrush tattoo was free, so that was nice. And there were also probably other free things that you could have gotten. I know some of the booths were giving away like alcohol and stuff like that. We just hit the things that we wanted to do, and I think it's kind of like any convention, like prioritize the ones that you really want to do, and then if you have more time to do other things, then I think that's great. Okay, then now we're on our way to some shaved ice because it's very hot today. We are on the street corner of Hollywood and I don't know, Vermont, and we could not find street parking, so we had to park over there. But it's just street parking, so sometimes you get them, sometimes you don't. We're just gonna walk. It's not that far, it's just like down this strip right here. Okay, here it is. It's just very small. It's connected to an art store. But my favorite flavors are going to be the Melona and the Calamansi, which would maybe be what I'm gonna get. I don't deviate from that very much. They got cute little merchy things right here. It's probably our favorite shaved ice, other than maybe Matsumoto's in Hawaii, but we can't even really remember how Matsumoto's is, so honestly this might even be better. But like over there is like the art store. And here are their hours, so we're currently waiting for our order, and it's just a cute little shop, but super good. Every time we have a chance to come here, I like coming here. Okay, this is what we ended up getting. So I got the calamansi, or sorry, no, the Melona. No, I lost the mochi down. And the lychee, and you got, what did you get?
Passion fruit, guava, and coconut.
Passion fruit, guava, and coconut. I lost the mochi, but we both got snow caps on ours, which means that it has condensed milk. But I'm gonna go eat that somewhere right now. I always thought that store was funny because it's obviously an old Joann's and they just took off the letters. Now we can eat in peace. It's just very smooth. I don't know how to describe that.
I always said it's so finely shaved that it's almost slimy. Like it just kind of slides down. And look at this.
And it's not like crystallized.
You can see like inside right there. That's the condensed milk because they poke a bunch of holes in it and then pour the condensed milk like inside of the thing.
Yeah, which I think is great because sometimes if you get like just even a regular snow cone or just some other Hawaiian shaved ice places, they just drizzle it on top and then I eat the condensed milk off the top and then I don't have any more in the middle. It's the same with the syrup too. Like the syrup comes down through the holes, so like you get syrup like pretty much the entire time you're eating it. But if you're ever in LA, go ahead and check them out. They only have limited hours, so you might want to check before you get there. well, that's gonna be it for our adventure over at DodgerFest. And again, I'm glad that it was a lot better this time. And then we got some Ululanis for quick snacks. So we're just heading home for today. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you want to watch the other one, it's kind of, you know, it's a stark difference because it was really in two different locations. And I feel like for a lot of events, you learn from your experience and maybe your mistakes. So this one was definitely a lot better. And who knows, maybe we'll go to spring training, I don't know, and maybe we'll go back next year and try to actually get some autographs and photos and stuff like that. But thank you guys for hanging out with us today, and I'll see you guys in the next video.